This is your host Trevor on another episode of New York Podcast. We're going to talk about an episode of New Work about an immigration detention center. The situation at Delancey Hall, the immigration detention facility in Newark, New Jersey, has escalated significantly to a late May 2026 clashes between U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, and immigrant rights advocates have grown increasingly tense following days of continuous demonstrations. Here's a breakdown of the civil unrest when it happens. What triggered the unrest is the crisis began when roughly 300 detainees inside the 1,000-bed facility, which is privately operated by GEO Group under an ICE contract, launched a hunger strike. Detainees managed to communicate with family members and advocacy groups outside via video calls and phone chats before those communication lines were reportedly cut by authorities. Detainees are protesting what they describe as inhumane and horrendous living conditions, including severe overcrowding in rooms lacking air conditioning, subpar food with multiple reports of live maggots being found in meals, a critical lack of medical and OBGYN care, highlighted by reports of pregnant women being denied proper care and others suffering a miscarriage inside the facility. Allegations that immigration judges are intentionally stalling cases or denying bonds to pressure detainees to self-deportate. Escalation and street clashes as news of the conditions and the hunger strike spread. Large crowds of family members and activists conveyed outside the facility gates, demanding its immediate closure. Demonstration quickly turned volatile. Barricades and blocks protesters formed human chains set on the ground and were used homemade shields to block the driveways and entrances to prevent ICE vehicles from moving detainees. As its force deployed ICE, tactical unit deployed chemical irrigants, pepper balls, mace, and batons to disperse the crowds and clear the driveways. High-profile exposure. Severe local officials, including U.S. Senator Andy Kim, visited the site to investigate and attempt to broker peace. Senator Kim was among those caught in the crossfire and suffered breathing difficulties. Due to the heavy deployment of pepper spray, Governor Mike Shears was selected to die entry to inspect the complex by facility management. As 3 conflicting narratives, the crisis has initiated a sharp political battle, with officials offering completely paralyzed views of the situation. One of the groups was a congressional delegation. Senator Broker Kim and Menendez stance and operations. They went to visit the facility and verify dire conditions, including maggots, infested food, and medical neglect, calling the situation a war stain. They accused ICE of escalating violence to strike from internal conditions. The Department of Homeland Security heavily disputes the claims. DHS officials state that no formal hunger strike is occurring, characterized the protest as being driven by rioters blocking law enforcement. DHS Secretary Mike Mellon dismissed the protests from Washington, claiming only a handful of individuals were refusing food because they wanted ethnic food, and they can go back to their country and get whatever food they want. The protest groups and family have voted to maintain their presence outside Delancey Hall, promising round-the-clock rallies until oversight demands are met or the facility is shut down. So more commentary like this, follow us on our YouTube channel and also subscribe to us on Spotify. Don't forget to like, share, comment our information. Also, we also ask that you check out Global Digital Bippy It's a tour agency in Nigeria offering tours in Nigeria. You can contact them at Digital Bimby, BIM. So you can contact Global Digital Bimby at BIMS, that's BIMPY 2011 at gmail.com, and it will also be in the description and the information below in the bio. And you also contact Adventurous Tours New York for their New York City tours at eventtoursny at gmail.com. Hope to see you in the next one.